I'm going to bring you a Seacoast, New Hampshire, and Southern Maine real estate market update. Let's get into it. So if you're like a lot of people right now, you're listening to all of the headlines. We've got so much noise. What is going on with the housing market? Let's cut through all of that noise today. I'm going to break down exactly what's going on in Southern Maine and Seacoast, New Hampshire. And you're gonna have to forgive me ahead of time for my handwriting because it's almost illegible. But if you're new to the channel, let me just quickly introduce myself. My name is Cam Avery and I am a local resident and real estate agent here with the Avery Realty Group. We've sold over $100 million in real estate and are excited to bring you a market update as we head into the fall and looking at what is next on the horizon. And so the big thing that most people are wondering is my house still going up in value? And right now, good news, the median sales price in Southern Maine, York County, is $531,000. And that right there actually represents a 2.3% increase year over year. And so while we haven't seen the 7, 8, 9% appreciation that we've seen in the past, the market in Southern Maine still is appreciating. Another really important question that you're probably asking is, how quickly is my house going to sell? And the median days on the market in York County is still very, very small. In fact, as we head into the fall, the median days on market is actually just 10. And so right now in Southern Maine, York County, the median days on the market is 10, and that is relatively in keeping, actually a little bit quicker than what we've seen over the summer. And so as we head into the fall, the market is going to start picking up again. And when it comes to negotiating your price, you're also still in a strong position. The list to sold price ratio in Southern Maine County is actually 99.8%. which means for every $100, you're getting 99.8% of those back. To give you an idea, if you're in a buyer's market, that number could be as low as 80 to 85%. Also, we saw closed sales jump up this year. So last year we had historic low home sales. And so we've actually seen closed sales jump up about 4.3% with a total of 1,242 homes sold so far. And this coincides with a number that is really important. So new listings are actually up 16.2% year to date from last year. And so we're seeing more homes hit the market, more inventory, more options for buyers, but that also means more competition for sellers. So it's really important that when it comes time to sell, you really think about the position that you're taking in the market in comparison to some of the competition that you're going to be up against. All right, now let's talk about Seacoast, New Hampshire. And if you live here, you know that it's still a very hot market. The median sales price right now in Seacoast, New Hampshire is $593,000. And that represents a 2.2% increase year to date. And so again, we're still seeing appreciation, albeit not as high as we have been in the last 3 to 5 years. Now here's the stat that really makes this, and that is the average days on market. So in the Seacoast of New Hampshire, the average days on market is just 7, which is honestly still quite astounding. And so if you position your property correctly in both Southern Maine and Seacoast, New Hampshire, and these are the numbers I want you to see, probably the most important if you're thinking about selling is that your home will sell quickly. Now this may be different in your given scenario, and by the way, if you would like to schedule a consultation with us to talk about your house in specific and the plan that we're using right now to get your home sold for top dollar, make sure to click the link right in the description below to go ahead and schedule a consultation. But 10 days on the market in Maine, 7 days on the market in New Hampshire, still incredible numbers. And on the Seacoast of New Hampshire, we've actually seen a 14% increase in homes sold year over year. So again, we're looking at that statistic and we're saying, okay, well, more houses are being sold this year than they were last year, where we sat at historic lows. And finally, the median price per square foot is $279, which is up about 3% year to date. And so what do all these numbers mean for you as a seller? What it means right now is that we're seeing more houses hit the market in both Southern Maine and Seacoast, New Hampshire. Still low days on market and an appreciation that is going up, albeit it is not exactly what we've seen over the last 3 to 5 years. So really, I would say the biggest takeaway right now is to understand that your house, if you're thinking about selling, is going to have more competition than it did last year, and pricing your property correctly is really important. Again, if you'd like to schedule a consultation, make sure to reach out to us today.